So, Jen, Mercedes is getting married again. And is it her fifth wedding, her sixth, her eighth? Like, what is it?
I think this one's a sixth. So, everyone just has a birthday, Mercedes has a wedding. And I wouldn't have it any other way, I love it.
Yeah, were you slightly like, oh, really? Another wedding? Because you've been off on maternity leave and you've not been back that long and already she's in a wedding dress. Yeah, how do you feel about it?
I think it's brilliant. I think she's just a serial weddinger. I think she just loves it, yeah.
And what is it about it? Does she just love the attention, or is she genuinely looking for love? Because Russ and her have been married before, so why go through this so many times?
I think when she's with someone, it's just like the thing to do. You love somebody, and I think she does at the time, whoever she's with. So you get married. Duh. That's it.
But this doesn't look like it's going to end well with Russ. Obviously, he seems to have been a bit of a naughty boy, and she's been a naughty girl. She's obviously slept with Silver in Magaluf, and now it turns out he slept with Goldie. So what can you tell us about how all that comes out about him and Goldie?
It comes out at the wedding. So up until that point, we think it's Joel, hence the big punch that you see. Mercedes is just like, I can't believe he is like marrying us, you hypocrite. So she wallops him, and then it comes out it's not Joel, it's Russ, actually at the wedding. She's fuming.
And what about Goldie? Because they've already had cake fights and scraps. Yeah. Like, what does this mean for Goldie and Mercedes' friendship? They're kind of frenemies, really, aren't they?
Yeah. I like the little partnership. Like, me and Chelsea get on so well, like off screen as well. So we bring a lot of us to it as well, and like just buzz off each other. She's gonna come down on her like a ton of bricks. But McQueens always forgive each other, and they do carry on. So eventually, somehow, I'm sure she'll forgive her.
Yeah. And it looked like Silver and Russ are going to have a giant showdown, because Silver's like Mercedes' protector, isn't he? What can you tease about that? It looked like there was a big punch-up. Someone's reaching for a hammer. What can you tell us about Russ and Silver's fight?
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely brilliant for one. Stu didn't come off lightly. I think David gave him a few, because like they'd filmed it, like actually doing it, and they were like, ouch, like they went for it. And I think that's great because it shows that. I think it looks really real. I think Silver just loves her and wants to protect her, and if she's happy with Russ, that's okay. Do you know, whoever she's happy with. But I think he'll always have her back. And I like that about the character. He's very protective. When them two come to a head, it's very interesting.
And who do you think Mercedes is better off with, Silver or Russ?
Silver's a good guy. Like he has been in prison for murder, but
he's a really good guy.
Normal. But he's morally a very good guy, and he's fun, and he knows Mercedes inside and out. She can't hide her warts behind him because he knows about them all. They've known each other since kids. And I don't know, I think if them two are together, you see a bit more of a sensitive, vulnerable side of Mercedes, because she can't put on this front that she can with so many men and wind them around the little finger, because he just knows all the tricks. And there's something quite nice about that.
And going back to filming the wedding, like, you look like you're on location, you're in the frock, you're in the church. Is it fun going out on location and doing different stuff, or is it a bit nerve-wracking? Do you know what I mean? Do you like it, or do you like to just be in the village?
I like it. It gets you out of the office, do you know what I mean? You have a little day out, you get to eat over at pub, it's quite nice. They're quite long days generally on location, because if you can imagine, in Hollyoaks we work on the same sets every day, so they know which angles you can't use, what you can use, what works, what doesn't. And then when we go to a completely new location, we're kind of sussing that out as you go along. But this church we have used a few times, so it's like home away from home, really. Yeah. But one day we didn't even finish one scene. That's the massive where it all comes out. So we were filming basically for a day and a half, like the big exposing scene.
That must be really draining, because I imagine there's a lot of shouting and screaming.
Yeah, and we'd all arranged a meal for someone's birthday after. Like, we'd been in 12 hours, and my voice had just gone. I was crying. I had to go time and time again because there were so many characters, and like to give it every time as much as you do the first. So I was pretty exhausted, but I love it. Like, the adrenaline that you get is brilliant, and the fact that you can do it time and time again, because sometimes you've worked so hard around this amazing scene, and you do it once and it's bored, and you're like, but I enjoyed it. Yeah, so you get to do it again. That's good.
And how are you finding being landlady of the dog? This is amazing. Mercedes as landlady. How's it been?
I think it's just a genius choice. Like, not only Mercedes, like I know she owns it, but having Goldie, Nana, Sally, Myra. Myra just eats everything all the time, and Mercedes just gets her to clean so she can like eat. It's just perfect. I think the whole setup's perfect. I think Myra particularly stands out in the dog, yeah, because she just makes her scrub everything.
Who's your soap landlady idol? Like, you're following in the footsteps of, you know, the likes of Bette Lynch, Angie Watts. Who are you inspired by?
I never really watched other soaps. I don't really have time. I mean, totally different, but I just love Darla. Like, do you know, in the Nightingales, when they had it, I just think, like, it was time for, like, I say fresh faces, us the queens are far from fresh. But do you know what I mean? I do think it did need just a different energy in there. But I think she was just class for it. When she's in a set, on a set, her presence is so strong, and she just carries it. I think I need to work on that a little bit, actually.
Well, what could Mercedes learn from Marnie as a landlady? Because they're very different.
Yeah, we are. And I think because we've sort of established that Mercedes is very lazy and doesn't do anything, so she kind of just sits at the bar drinking. But I think I need to work on that, because sometimes I think that can just get a bit lost. I think I need to be a bit more. Maybe I'll have a word with Lizette, get her to do me an acting lesson.
Or a landlady lesson. Yeah. And finally, for Storm Week, obviously you're involved with that a bit. How would you sum up Storm Week in just 3 words for the fans, without spoiling anything?
Fun, dynamic, and crazy.
What was it like being part of it?
I just loved it. I mean, me and Chelsea kind of just background, we were just floating and that. We didn't have to go out in the rain. I was like, yes. Like, everyone sees this amazing stunt where, like, hard work, freezing, 3 a.m, water all over you, crying, it rained. Ooh. So we had it good. We were in dog. We had a nice time.